guys, today I am doing something I commonly refer to as reverse recipeing, because I'm going to measure out my ingredients first and then calculate my recipe later. The reason for that is that I have a couple of ingredients that are almost empty but not completely, and I don't want to wait another couple of weeks for them to become empty, so I'm going to empty them out now and make a nice soap with it. And the way I do this is I measure it out and note on my little piece of paper how much of everything it is, and then I'm going to take you over to my computer. So I've already measured out and cut up my coconut oil. This is 380 grams of pure coconut oil. Now I'm going to measure out my sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is a pretty good substitute for olive oil because it has similar effects in the soap, but it is not as coloring as olive oil. So dump that in. Okay, that is 132 grams. Tear that out. Olive oil. I can only get extra virgin olive oil because pomace is not something that's sold in Germany. So that is, come on, 118 grams of olive oil. Now some apricot kernel oil. Which is 36 grams. And I just remembered that I have another bottle of olive oil in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. There you are. Okay. Another bunch of olive oil it is. Okay, this is another 158 grams. Now I'm going to add some castor oil for bubbliness. This I'm just gonna eyeball to 50 grams. Oh, 60. 60 grams of castor oil, and now about 75 of sweet almond oil. I've already used sweet almond oil to dissolve my mica in, and that was about 5 grams, so it's actually 80 grams of sweet almond oil. Now I'm going to take you over to the computer. The following step is going to need soapcalc.net. So we can see I selected sodium hydroxide as type of lye. I have selected grams and inserted the amount of oils that I have, just added it together. Water as percent of oils is going to stay at 38%, fragrance at 40 grams per kilograms. Then I added my oils into the list: coconut oil, sunflower oil, olive oil, castor oil, sweet almond oil, and apricot kernel oil. Selected the gram value on the right because I'm adding grams, not percentages, and then calculate, which is what we're seeing here now. We can see how much water we need, how much lye we're going to need, the weight of oils again, and how much fragrance we're going to need. And of course the percentages again. And something they added just a couple of days ago, you can now see the soap weight before cold process cure, or HP cook. Sorry. Then in the next picture we have these soap bar qualities. We can see that my reverse recipe isn't very creamy, isn't very bubbly, but we're going to take care of that by adding 2 teaspoons of sugar in the cooled down lye water. And since we now know how much lye we're going to need, we'll go back to making it. Fresh from the printer, I now have our calculated recipe. So we need 366 grams of water. That wasn't too much. That's totally low. Goldilocks. Now the lye. Let's try this out. We need 138 grams of lye. I used this little plastic thing that my mango butter was delivered in. It's pretty much the right size. And now I am going to dissolve the lye and melt down my coconut oil, stir in my other oils, and we'll meet back when all of that is at room temperature. Bye! I'm sorry for the actual making of the soap. I don't have video because the battery of my camera died and loading it just did take too long. So I'm just gonna show you how I put them out of the molds instead. So, these are my little guest soaps that have spent the last half hour in the freezer, so I can get them out a little easier. Maybe from the color it's kind of obvious because these are peach fragrance oil and these are raspberry fragrance oil. And I've colored them with mica. So let's see. Very nice. And they smell and look totally like peach yogurt. So let's try those, the raspberry ones. Gentle pressure. So those don't really look like they were supposed to. Maybe it's going to change because the soap batter, that lighter one, was much more rose colored than it is right now. We'll see. And just for you to see the difference of getting it out between frozen and not frozen, I'm going to show you. These weren't in the freezer. So this one contains both batters, as you can see from the color probably, because I had this over, was a leftover. So this is a lot more susceptible to touch on the others, so I'm gonna have to carefully put it down. Still smells really nice. Okay. See you guys.